What's up, guys? Jake here, just getting back into some Fatal 12. It's been 3 days since Kiko's elimination, and in terms of information, we're at a bit of a standstill, so let's get going. I plan on doing more research on Alan Scorpion, that is, but finding the time has proven difficult considering I can't just close the store. Time is the only issue, though. There's also the fact that I just plain suck at doing proper research. I'm aware I can't let things go on like this. Right. I decided to close the store. If you'll recall, about 2 pages ago, you said you couldn't just close the store, but hey, here we are. And head to the library for a bit today. I can look for business reports and interviews that involve him, maybe. I have to force myself not to consider how much easier it would be if Naomi were here with me. I don't know. Why didn't we call her? I thought we were partners in crime. After closing up the store before going to the library, I come across an unexpected scenario. A lone girl is lying on the pavement. It looks like she's passed out. Well, she's like 5, so we should make sure she doesn't die, right? Hey, you're not dead, right? I tap on her shoulder and call out to her with concern in my voice. Huh? She reacted to my voice, so I know she's conscious at least. At first I thought I'd have to call an ambulance, but it looks like there's no need, she's fine. After a while she turns to look at me. I feel myself turn pale as her face is revealed by the sunlight. I've seen her 3 times. Not just anywhere, but in the dream world. Ooh, at the court of fate. This is number 10. Why are you here? Don't tell me you know my name as well. If that's the case, this is bad. It'd mean I spend too much time on things other than divine selection. I was so caught up investigating Alan Scorpion that I forgot all about the other participants.
My name is Sophia Pernice. Way too long, so call me Sonia.
She doesn't even stand up to introduce herself. Are you alright? Like in the head region? You seem to be laying on the concrete. I insult her almost out of instinct. Yeah, we're naturally very mean. But can you blame me? No participant should just introduce themselves like that.
I have a request.
I say nothing, so she keeps going.
I must ask that you please give me food, for I cannot move in my current state.
She asks for a meal in a very stilted manner of speaking. Based on the blonde hair and blue eyes, I assume she's from Russia or somewhere else in Northern Europe. She shouldn't be able to understand or speak Japanese without the aid of her card book either. Man, can you imagine? What if people could learn other languages? That'd be anarchy, right? However, unlike Alan, there are a few noticeable differences in her language fluency. I don't even have my book on me right now, which must mean, do you understand Japanese?
Yes, I love Japan lots. I'm sorry, but my hunger is almost at its limit. I will lose my ability to speak in approximately 5 seconds.
Whoa, wait, what? She shuts her mouth after dropping that bombshell as if her batteries run out of juice. Well, this has been quite a turn. She's so happy, though. I do feel sorry for her, so I end up taking her to a nearby family restaurant. There's plenty to eat at Lion House, but letting another participant in probably isn't the smartest course of action, thus I brought her here instead. I'm shocked to learn she seems to have told the truth about her name. I checked my book before leaving, and lo and behold, I got a new card. Fucking jackpot, we're killing it, dude. She hasn't uttered a single word after her food-related shutdown, so I ordered her some spaghetti bologna and Salisbury steak. Seems like safe bets for someone her age. When the food does arrive, Sonia's body shoots up straight as an arrow.
Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub.
Okay, look at that. We're done talking to this girl. Bye. I thought you couldn't speak. She couldn't speak until she got food, and she did get food, you may notice. She ignores my reaction and proceeds to dig in. I figure she'll go hog wild, but nope, she takes the time to wrap the pasta around her fork. She even used the knife and fork to cut the Salisbury steak. Weird, she's not like a goddamn troglodyte eating with her hands. She even finishes off all the corn that comes on the side without issue. You got spaghetti and corn? I mean, maybe that's common somewhere else, but where I'm from, in America, we are spaghetti with meatballs, and that's it. Maybe a hamburger on the side. What's more, she eats all the pasta without splashing any sauce. Hard to believe someone who just collapsed from hunger could be such a dainty eater. She's also very small.
Delicious! Japanese food is truly exquisite.
Yeah, nothing says Japan like spaghetti and steak. I mean, they probably have steak in Japan, but steak's like universal everywhere to steak.
Thank you for saving me from death by starvation.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I'm pretty sure we were told we can't die outside of being eliminated, so we're basically gods. I wonder what would have happened if I ignored her. Probably nothing. No point in thinking about it, I guess. Chances are someone else would have done the same thing I did. The big city might be somewhat heartless, but I doubt people would be willing to ignore a child who has collapsed on the street. Now that you're revitalized, it's time to tell me all about you.
Call me Sonia.
You said that already.
Also, I apologize for the blunt request, but...
Oh, it looks like she can use some more difficult words after all. Like what? Like blunt? Yeah, maybe she just smokes weed. I brought my book along and her bag looks like it can fit hers, so right now we should both have them with us. Despite that, her stilted speech remains. She really must be speaking Japanese all on her own. If she were speaking Russian, the book would translate into fluent Japanese for me.
It seems I still happen to be hungry. Could I mayhap order something else?
Oh my goodness, she's so adorable. I'm about to say no and that she's had enough, but then she unleashes the sad puppy dog eyes on me. These are not sad, nor are they puppy dog eyes. Ugh, fine, but look, just something small, okay? Something cheap, I mean. I heave a sigh after checking my purse. I wish I knew why I'm being this nice to another participant, probably because she's like 5. And she's being nice.
Wow, there's so much here!
She struggles to contain her excitement at the menu options.
This is my first time coming to a family restaurant. There's so much I don't know what to choose. From Western to Japanese to Chinese, they even have borscht. Now I think I'm curious about Japan's take on my homeland's food.
Your wording sure gets weird sometimes, so I take it you're Russian?
I am! Technically, borscht is from Ukraine, but it's also a Russian cuisine staple.
Okay, Ukraine being Russian, that's kind of a spotty topic. Let's move on. How can you be this excited over a family restaurant then? I'm fairly sure they exist in Russia as well.
I rarely got to leave the house, you see. Also, I've decided I'll have Nicoderon, Ocardion, and Katsudon.
Not going for the borscht, huh? Hang on, wait, are you sure about this? You're gonna get a ton of rice. Wait, no, I don't remember saying you get 3 things. Hey.
Am I not allowed?
She tilts her head and rubs her belly. Just fuck you. Just eat all this shit. I don't care. Sonia watches with starry eyes as I press the buzzer that summons one of the waitstaff. I guess she's never seen that either. I can't help but sigh in disbelief at how big of a pushover I am while she happily eats her bowl of food. I really am an easy target, aren't I? I could be part of her plan, too. She uses the fact that she's a kid to lure me into a false sense of security, then takes advantage of it to get info out of me. Granted, I don't get that impression from her whatsoever, especially when she's the one who's revealed all her own information to me. I sigh again, this time in regards to how confusing this whole situation is. Ugh, my head hurts. I think Rinka's not very smart. I don't think it's that hard to puzzle out that this girl wanted food and she made you get her food.
Phew, now I'm stuffed. Thank you for the food.
She's cleaned out 3 bowls without skipping a beat. You can use chopsticks too? That's not that weird. I can use chopsticks.
Yes, I love Japan, so I studied lots about its culture and language. I'm aware that Japan is the land of the samurai and magical girls. It would be my pleasure to meet them someday.
I have bad news. Magical girls aren't real.
Incidentally, my young miss.
Okay, stop. You're definitely not calling me that. I can't tell you my name either, though, so how about Sis?
Very well, sister. I have another request to make of you.
I decided not to bother pointing out that I told her to just use Sis. I'm guessing your request is for some dessert. Fine, but promise me we'll talk once you're done.
Yes, I promise. Yay! Oh, let me push the button, though.
She ends up getting both a parfait and a cake for dessert. God, a girl after my own heart. How could she fit all that into her tiny, tiny body? Watching her eat makes me want to go get something for myself, so I order a small parfait. How can we afford all this, dude? Damn, we're fucking loaded.
Delish!
She gives me a thorough review of her dessert after obliterating it. That was not a thorough review, that was one word. I'm amazed she finishes both of hers before I do mine, even if I am taking it slow. That should be enough, right? Please, I hope so. I make it obvious that it's time for her to talk. She may be a kid, but this is still a negotiation, kinda, sorta. I give her food in exchange for her telling me what the fuck's going on, why she was collapsed outside Lionhouse, and why she revealed her name so readily.
Very well. My name is Sophia Prines Alclavenancia. Way too long, so call me Sonia.
Yeah, we did this already, actually.
Your reactions are fun, sister. Yay!
Are you fucking with me? Like, for real, though?
But your voice is also scary.
Is it? What do you mean also? What else about me's scary?
Your face! I thought you looked scary from the moment I saw you.
She says so with a bright, beaming smile. Wow, okay, just cut me down, dude. In all honesty, I'm aware I can look pretty scary at times, but being told that to my face kinda hurts. What part of this is scary? I mean, the red eyes, I guess, but they're also kind of adorable, and her hair is just like, damn, like disarming, right? Right, okay, that's enough of that. Changing the subject now.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to talk more because you're a kind person, but that was perhaps rude of me. Not to worry, though. The next participant to be eliminated will be me.
She keeps her smile, but something about her looks sad when she says that. It takes me a moment to process her words despite the obvious meaning behind them. And we blacked out. Oh god, we got sleep darted. Never mind, we just went home. I'm not sure how the situation's come about. We're in the middle of the big city, so naturally the place is crowded. There are plenty of customers waiting to be seated. In other words, the staff kindly asked us to leave after a while. even though we're in the middle of a conversation. That was rude of them. I still haven't fully digested what she means either. That's why...
Wow, this is a very nice store.
I end up taking Sonia back with me to Lion House. It's the only place I can think of where we're able to sit down and talk. Sonia looks like a middle school student at best, so I doubt much hard can come from this, except that she holds your life in her hands. Like, if she figures out 3 pieces of information about you, she'll murder you. Like, for the fuck of it, right? There's also the fact the police might have stopped us somewhere. Hard to avoid suspicion when a girl in her school uniform is walking around with a foreign child at night. That's fair. Oh, we have a kitty! It's a kitty! I know, I'm excited too! You really do know some random words. I didn't realize you were here, Leth. Feels like I haven't seen Leth in a while, actually. Ever in this game, I don't think. I know it's been fine, since it still made sure to eat the food I leave out for it.
Meow meow! Japan's cats are so cute, just like I read about. Look, Panzerheiser, it's a cat! Meow. Oh, she's got a stuffed animal, and it's named Passazir.
It's one of those small plushies you find in toy stores. They fit nicely into your hand. This one's a bear, so it might be appropriate to call it a teddy bear. It is a teddy bear. That's what we call those, actually. Sonia's poking and prodding Leth with it. It scratched me up if I tried to do the same considering its personality, but right now it's sitting back and taking it despite its obvious displeasure. I wonder if it realizes it's dealing with a child. Oh well, let me get some milk for you.
And for me too.
Yeah, hold your horses. I got milk for everyone. Fucking oozing milk over here. At least I can go about things at my leisure since we're in my house. I place Sonia's share on the table and less than a bowl underneath. Once she sits down, I take the seat across from her. Leth wastes no time in diving into the milk once she's finally free of Sonia's grasp. I guess I really didn't enjoy that experience.
Let us continue where we left off.
She placed both her hands on the glass and takes a sip. You can tell she was raised to be a proper lady based on how she handles things like that. I thought the same back at the family restaurant. I nod as a means to urge her to continue. She almost seems like a different person compared to how she was messing around with Leth.
I mean what I said. You believe me, yes? That's why you brought me here. I will tell you all about me. But first, I would like to know, please, why did you believe me?
Well, I mean, let's see. There's not much for you to gain by saying that after revealing your name to me. That, plus it doesn't seem like you were fishing for info on me, really. It's not like I trust her out of instinct, and certainly not because she's a kid. That's why I took a detour on our way back here. Got some truth serum, inject that right into her eyeballs. There could have been someone following us on the off chance she's cooperating with the other participants, so I wanted to make sure of that first. Look, sorry to say this, but I don't flat out trust you. Logic only dictates that you weren't lying. I only trusted myself. And my friends, I guess.
Despite your appearance, you're a kind person.
You know, you could have just not been mean. How about that? That seems nice. Just as we're about to get into the thick of it, Leth meows and lies down underneath the table. I assume feels satisfied after having its milk. Sonia watches it curl up with a smile on her face.
We had a cat at my house, too. It was always too ill to leave. So was one of my few friends. The others were books, the internet, and Passahir. Yes, you see, my cause of death was illness. I can go into further detail if you like.
That's alright. You know, I'd rather not hear about how a child died. Let's keep it light, kind of. Well, not enough to create a new card. I still have to listen to her life story instead. The fact that she's telling me this means she's fine with revealing her cause of death. She's really convinced that she'll be the next person eliminated. But why?
Much like you, Divine Selection has given me another brief chance to live my life. I told Papa and Mama about it. They became convinced when they realized I was feeling much better than usual. However, my condition will likely be the way it was before, even if I do survive these 12 weeks. I won't make it much longer either way.
So, you don't think surviving would also cure you of your condition? I mean, I guess why wouldn't? That wasn't part of the rules, right?
Yes, that's what I believe. That's why I don't mind losing. So long as I can still experience as much of the outside world during this time that I can, then I'm happy. From what I learned about the world at home, Japan caught my interest the most. That's why I wanted to experience its culture. Not the ninja and samurai, but Japan as it is now. I was rather excited when I obtained my card book. Japan's anime holds a special place in my heart, and in one magical girl anime, the girl transformed and fought using a book and cards similar to these. Not being able to experience the outside world is my regret. That's why I want to do so now.
Her words trigger my own book lighting up, creating a new card. Sonia smiles when she sees that happen, but unlike her smile in the family restaurant, there's an echo of sadness within it. Her childlike innocence clashes heavily with her mature realization that she's just one step closer to being eliminated.
After observing the situation for a while, we finally decide to take a family trip to Japan together. Papa and Mama may forget about our trip once I'm eliminated, but at the very least I want to make the most of my remaining time.
You're alone right now, so I assume something really good happened with them, like they're fine and holding hands at home and making out and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. While we were observing the situation, those with my name card were also watching us. They set a trap for us the moment we landed by the means of our taxi.
A trap? You mean like a bear trap?
Yes, they posed as taxi drivers and threatened to kill Papa and Mom if I didn't tell them all my information.
The worst possible situation springs to mind when I hear that. It sounds exactly like something Alan Scorpion would do. Was number 12 involved by any chance? A man named Scorpion, you know, big stinger tail, evil boy, killed a baby on the way over?
No, actually.
Her denial only serves to worry me more. Great, there's 2 Alan Scorpions in the game. All it means is that there are others willing to resort to the same methods as him.
It was number 3 and number 11. Those 2 are working together.
Oh, those 2! The leprechaun and snake woman, I take it.
Have you met them before?
I shake my head in response. Number 3, Federico Catamari. I ended up with his name card during the initial distribution. Having seen him in the dream world multiple times, I know he's tall and slender and wears a suit all the time and has tentacles. As for number 11, she's a snake woman and terrifies me. Those 2 working together definitely comes as a surprise. I figured I'd have the advantage against number 3 because he's a fucking idiot leprechaun boy, and I have his name card. But if he's with her, ooh, that's bad. Realizing I've interrupted her, I apologize and wait for her to pick up where she left off.
I told them everything to save Papa and Mama, but the man said it wasn't enough. He wanted to know about the other cards I had too. I happen to have one of number 11's cards, her regret card. So I looked at her in the eye and said I could tell him, but it would lead to bad results for them. I expected her to get angry, but she just laughed.
Damn, she's got more guts than the old geezer despite her age. That's what I'm talking about. I can't believe Sonia threatened me, you know. Jeez, if she wants to see the world, maybe I'll let her after showing that kind of bravado. Say what you will, but I like this kid. Number 11 was apparently full of cheers. She praised Sonia for her rebellious act. She had a condition, though. Sonia wasn't allowed to be with her parents until the last day as a means to prevent them from trying anything. I don't know what that even means, but cool. So long as she did that, they were willing to both spare her parents and let her do as she pleased. What would she do with her parents? Like, how does her being separated from her parents disadvantage her in any way? I mean, I guess she's like 5, but whatever. Oh, come on! She just wanted to prevent you from using her face and regret as a means to get more information on her. Oops, sorry for shouting out of nowhere.
While your voice may sound scary, I know your words are kind. Not many would get angry for the sake of someone they need to eliminate. Well, as long as Papa and Mama are safe, I'm okay. Besides, like I said, I won't live for long anyways.
Have you acknowledged your own death then? I mean, she's done that like 3 times today, dude.
What do you mean acknowledged?
Well, do you feel that it's gonna happen no matter what? I mean, yeah, that's true for all of us, dude. Wow, rip in pieces.
Yes, I have, even before Divine Selection began. I knew I'd die as soon as I found out about my condition.
That might explain the sadness in her smile earlier. I'm not sure whether the doctors or her parents told her, but she's likely been informed of how long she has to live multiple times. Just by looking at her, I can tell she's been raised with love. Aww. However, her inevitable death has probably been looming over her head ever since she found out. Just because she knows and has accepted her death doesn't mean she isn't scared to face it, of course. It must have been tough to you. I pat her head. Oh, I should have learned with Kiko that getting attached to other participants is dangerous, and yet I can't stop myself. Sonia likely gave up on her life and chose to act like she's fine for the sake of her parents and those around her. I refuse to believe she's truly accepted it, though. Her expression right now proves it to me.
I knew what was in store for me for a long time, so I told myself things weren't tough. But now I'm not so sure.
I don't have the means to provide her with true salvation. I do feel for her, though. No one should have to go through what she has at such a young age, but I can't give my own life in exchange. Also, even if she survives, she'll probably die right after that, right? And that's shitty. Also, fucking Alan Scorpion will just yeet her against the wall like he's a monster. I can't forget I just met her today, too. We're not even friends. And yet, for some reason, I'm racking my brain for her sake. I mean, it's almost like you're not a heartless individual who wants to just kill a 5-year-old for no reason. This entire time, she's been wearing a peculiar expression on her face. She likely doesn't truly understand her feelings yet. Not that I can blame her. I'm in the same boat, dude. Lethis disappeared at some point during our chat. The light reflects off its empty bowl, casting a strong shadow. I spend the rest of the time just patting Sonia's head. Oh, that's kind of sweet. You know, we're giving her pats for being a good little girl. And then we went to bed, I guess. With her! We went to bed with a 5-year-old. Okay. We shouldn't have done that, but I guess whatever. Now we're just gonna get arrested for fucking a child. Whatever. That's a good stopping point for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like that, don't forget to like, subscribe. Be sure to tune next week for more Fatal 12 with yours truly. I'll see you guys then.